So really the next topic I want to get into, and really the main topic, because I love talking about this stuff. It is almost the offseason, and really talking about the Knicks offseason plans, really their trade targets. Last when we spoke, we threw out a lot of names. It's funny now looking back at some of those names. Some of the names are no longer relevant anymore, while some might still be relevant. One of the players we talked about last time, I think it caused a fireball throughout the Knicks Twitter nation when you said Zion Williamson and the Knicks had checked in on Zion at the time. And right. And obviously, seeing what happened with this year, he had a phenomenal year. Unfortunately, he went down with injury in the playoffs. And I think if he had played, New Orleans would have went really far because he was having such a sensational season. So I just wanted to know, based off of things that you're hearing, because I know obviously you still have people well connected in the Knicks that you talk to that what are you hearing in regards to the Knicks, potential trade targets that they're looking at right now, and potential free agency plans?
Yeah, well, with Zion, I mean, he also had the contract extension that had incentives regarding games played.
Yes.
So the Knicks are trying to become more durable. So getting Zion makes them less durable. So I don't think that's a big thing on the radar anymore. And, Paul George has been talked about a lot. Another player who gets injured a lot. He feels like a good piece, but I feel if you have OG healthy, I don't know if Paul George makes a lot of sense, only because I'm afraid he would get injured too. I think the Knicks want to be a more durable team next season. I mean, the free agency is about the mid-level exception, and it looks like they'll probably have $12 million, maybe the non-taxpayer exception. And listen, Kyle Lowry is out there, and to take a little pressure off Jalen. I know Tibbs loves Lowry, and he was a backup with Miami. And if you remember that Miami series,
oof, man.
All Thibodeau would talk about was, well, Miami has Kyle Lowry as a backup point guard. I mean, that's an amazing thing to have. And so to have Kyle back up Jalen would be an enormous pressure off Jalen having to play 44 minutes. I just, he still plays defense, and he's been durable. Even though he has knee injury concerns, he's played.
Shout out to Fred Katz of The Athletic for giving us the following information about the Knicks' interest in Kyle Lowry. According to Katz, the Knicks were interested in signing Kyle Lowry following his contract buyout with the Charlotte Hornets back in the middle of the season before he signed with his hometown, the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Katz's exact quote. Lowry was on the Knicks list after a buyout with the Charlotte Hornets last winter, according to league sources, though he eventually signed with the 76ers. If Kyle Lowry is made available again and the Knicks can go after him this offseason in free agency, they absolutely will do so. He's a player that Tom Thibodeau covets and would love to have on the bench.
Listen, there's a lot of mid-level guys, not superstars. Kyle Anderson is another great two-way defensive player who stays healthy. If they lose Hardenstein, Looney might be bought out by Golden State. He's a terrific rebounder. One of the beautiful things about this Knicks playoff run and the late in the season was the rebounds, the extra chances they got. And that's why Hardenstein, if they could just keep Hardenstein, but I don't know if they can.
Right.
16 million a year may not, 16 to 7 million, 17 million a year is the most they could offer as a starting salary. And, it's been reported about Oklahoma City may be interested, as well as others. He is a rare find. The old school gritty center. He has a little 10-footer. He goes after the basketball. He's got a nose for the ball. I mean, he was a real central part of the fabric of this tough Knicks team. And it's going to be a shame if they lose him. Because Mitchell Robinson, again, on the durability scale, is at the bottom.
Yes.
And I would rather have Hardenstein. I know Robinson was getting offensive rebounds galore, but if I need an offensive rebound, one offensive rebound to win a game, I'd rather have Hardenstein on the floor than Robinson. I mean, that's how gritty this guy is. But anyway, so there are some centers that you could fill in. I mean, Jericho Sims, it looks like he's not improving that much. And, you're probably going to bring him back, but I think if they lose Hartenstein, it's a devastating blow. But in terms of free agents, as a mid-level exception situation, it's not a great field. But again, the Knicks are just trying to be healthier, and they need to sign someone who's going to stay healthy.
See, the thing is with me, I think with the Knicks and trade targets, I feel like this is the last, I mean, not the last year, but at least the year to because they're primed right now. They made the trades for OG. They kept all their first round picks. They have an option with Bogey's contract, which I feel like that's going to be something that they need to make a decision on because they could use that as a trade asset, obviously before July 1st or after, depending on what they want to do. So I think they're primed to make a move. But to your point, who's the move going to be for? Because there are a number of different players we can talk about, but they're not available. We have to wait for them to be quote unquote disgruntled, right? WME family says, bring OG back. Connor says, awesome show. I appreciate you. David says, Berman keeps it real. He does. He absolutely does. New York Forever says, Troy, you're the best. Let's go, Troy. How old are you, Troy? I'm in my 30s, and that's all I'll say. I will not say whether it's early 30s, mid 30s, or late 30s, but I'm in my 30s. You guys can do the guessing if you want to. Joel says, Reggie Jackson as a backup. Reggie Jackson as a backup? Nah, I'm good. I don't need Reggie Jackson as a backup. If I'm going to go for a vet backup, I'd rather go to Kyle Lowry. I'd rather go the Lowry route if I'm going to a quote-unquote backup type of guard that I need. Or I'll go draft one. Or I'll get Rokas Jokic. But I don't need Reggie Jackson. I'm not saying he's not a good player or a great player. I just don't see him fitting within this system. And how many minutes is he going to get? It's also the cost you have to think about as well, too. I mean, if there was nobody else and you could sell me that he would buy in to coming off the bench, having an impact, playing defense at a high level, maybe we could talk about it, but I'm not looking at that for right now at this point in time. I don't know how else to say thank you besides saying it like this. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't do the streams. I don't do the interviews. I don't do any of this without you guys. I don't do it for myself because I can talk to Berman and write about it, create a video about it on the side. The reason I do lives is because I want to get you guys engaged and interacted with the actual, guests that I have on, talking with you guys and seeing what you guys are actually doing. Thank you guys for enjoying the live stream. It's Father's Day weekend. Enjoy that too. I will be back with another one, I promise. But until next time, thank you so much for joining the live, and I'm out of here. If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans, and until next time, peace.